everyone, and welcome back to this game of ours, the independent horror tabletop RPG that we are running online. I hope that you all have had a lovely Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost there to Friday. Tonight, we go back to our West Side crew, our Latchkey kids, and we have something a little different in store for them this time. We're going to see exactly what they do. I'm really excited for it. Skillsy will be joining me soon. Skillsy just has to take care of a couple of things around the house, but you'll see Skillsy just sort of pop behind me. Hello, Rhubarb, by the way, and hello, 2% Chungus. I still love the chrysanthemum emotes. Oh my god, they're so great. They are so great. Couple of announcements. Saturday's game will be, it has the, I'm not going to say it's going to run long, but like I can feel it in my bones a little. It probably will run long. It's at a different start time because I need a little bit of extra time to prepare for that one. So that'll be starting at 7 p.m. rather than 6 p.m. The other thing that we're nearing up on is the grand halfway milestone. And what that means is that, some things are going to get revealed, like the redactions in the source book, which, by the way, if you want access to the source book, if you want to do this in your own home, go ahead and join my Discord. The link is right there, and it is available for free, completely free. All of this, I'm not getting any money from this. And yeah, you can help alpha test this. The only thing I'll request is that if you do end up playing it at home, please let me know. Give me notes. I want to make the game better as we improve and finish the game, because the wild part is as complex as it is, it's only half done. We're just doing the children's campaign. There is an entire adult campaign too. So thank you so much, Tesha. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great Thursday. And yeah, coffee counts as hydration. So without too much further ado here, let's go ahead and say hi to our players. Ba-ba.
I just needed to turn on so that I can look at a PDF. Oh, hi.
Hi. How's it going, Sycamorely? How you doing? You doing good? Hopefully. Okay.
Pulling some things together last minute today.
It's okay. It's that's so many days for me. That is so many days. So you are in good company. You are in good company. Let's see. Hello, Ethan. How are you?
Hi, I'm all right.
You're all right?
Happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here too. So look, it's like a reciprocal cycle of happiness. Just like a perpetual motion machine made out of joy.
All upons.
All upons. Tell Kendo, how's it going?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, doing good. I love the like OBS like stuff you're doing with your stuff. Like it's good.
Right.
It's good. I'm a fan. I am a huge fan of it. And Jess, how's it going?
It is going. No, it's going good. I'm happy to.
Yeah. That's right. It's been a weirdly long week, hasn't it, players? It's been a lot that we've kind of had to do. But you know what caps off a really long week is in fact a little bit of the old catharsis, a little bit of old action, intrigue, excitement, and terror. Terror. Yeah, that helps too. Tesha, I tried to stay up to 26 hours to reset your sleep schedule, ended up ruining it by sleeping for 12. You know what? That is also, that's a mood. That is a mood. I feel you there in my heart places. Okay, so when last we left our intrepid heroes, you all blew up stuff. Like the school is covered in broken glass. And we should handle some downtime stuff before we move on to the intro here, because I feel like kids blowing up a school it might be a thing. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna say that got kind of loud, just a little loud. So rather than the standard,
Explosions are famously quiet.
yeah, the famously quiet explosions. You know, we call them the Mickelsons, because
Stealth munitions.
Let's see. I'm not going to say that y'all get six trouble. No, that seems a little weird. But I'm going to say there's an elevated amount of exposure where the kids are definitely noticed doing something dangerous, risky, or chaotic. So we're going to assign 4 trouble to the click. So that's a substantial thing. It is. I'm going to say we're going to go ahead and keep it at 4 because the other mitigating factors were covered by the school administration, who is desperately trying to get a handle on a situation that is escalating out of control. And they're just trying to, they're not even concerned with y'all. They are concerned with everything else. So let's see. Who hasn't done this? Talkendo. Hi.
Yes.
Can you roll me 1d6?
Okay, give me just a second.
Yeah. You can also roll 2 if you prefer, but it's okay. Whatever you would like.
Well, we're going to roll 1 and see what we get.
All right. Rolling
that. Why is that on the wrong window?
Yeah, I know this. Yep. Look, it's not a stream until there's some technical issues. Like it's like the baptism of streaming.
There we go. We got a 5.
A 5. Okay, so the entanglement that you all get. Oh, this is interesting. I challenge you to a duel. So the entanglement is another click has decided to cause trouble for the player clicked and challenge them to a duel of some kind. The players can choose to lose face, which will cost you reputation, try to win the duel, or try to make an example of the click. We don't necessarily have to do that now. I'm actually gonna hold that back, but let's just say there is another group of kids in town who noticed, who did the math, who connected the dots, and is somewhat aware and kind of jealous that you all managed to blow up a large portion of things in the school. So we're going to go ahead and say that happened.
As they should be.
As they should be. They got like Alice Cooper, blaring out, their boom boxes. School's out. The whole thing. All right. So that brings us to the downtime stuff. If anyone already has one preloaded in their head, I'll go ahead and hear that. And if people don't, I can give you stuff to do. So we'll start with Ethan.
Hi. I was just scrolling. Yes. So I want to clear some stress.
Excellent.
And the way that I do that is Colt just kind of disappears for a little while.
Oh.
I feel like right as that last evening that we had ended, suddenly Colt's just kind of gone.
Okay.
Colt spends a couple of days just detached and away from everything.
All right. That makes sense.
Like, there's a lot going on. It's been a very strange time in this town so far. There's some overload going on. He just has to clear his head.
Okay, that sounds good. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
1.
You clear 1 stress.
Woo.
Woo.
That leaves me with 2.
Okay. I mean, so you managed to walk around. You notice that the north of town, closer to the Oxbow Lake, is quieter. It just feels quieter. And you take a brief jaunt down there, and it's not enough to make you sort of really center yourself, but you feel a little better afterwards. The walk got some good brain chemicals flowing through you now, so that's good. Talkendo.
Yes. I think for my downtime, I'm going to continue my training montage in fluency.
Awesome. Mark 1 XP in that track.
Okay, so that gives me Cool.
Okay. And would you like to do anything else?
I am just gonna go. I need some downtime.
Okay.
Some stress. So
All right.
I think I'm gonna go. Let's see. Last time I went and bounced around the church, and that's when I almost got in trouble for nailing an elk on the wall.
True. True. But it's smaller than an elk, but larger than a doe. That's important.
Small elk, the size of a large elk.
Yeah, the small elk, the size of a large elk. Yes, I love it. So
in this case, my camp buddy self is just gonna go find a hill and wander up it.
Okay,
See
great.
what's up there.
All right, go ahead and roll that d6, and let's see how much stress how effective that is.
I can make that work. That's the roll from last time, so let me roll again. 1.
All right, you clear 1 stress. There's a lot on your mind. There's a lot going on. This whole thing, being accused, it brought up some bad memories, and now the walk is helping. It's just there's a lot of static in the old brain case, and those head weasels are a little loud. Okay, cool. Let's see. Sycamore Lee. Hi.
Jack is also going to burn some stress by begrudgingly doing some rose gardening, which she doesn't like to admit that she somewhat enjoys, even if she's not freakishly passionate about it like the rest of her family.
Okay. Sounds good. So go ahead and roll me that d6.
3.
You clear 1 stress. So there's, again, this follows. Like y'all just faced down a horrifying, smaller than an elk, larger than a doe, deer beast with 3 faces, and you blew it up. There's, the old methods of coping. They're doing their best. They're chugging along. It's the brave little coping mechanism that could. So I get that. All right. And Jess.
All right. We get to do 2 if we want, right?
Yep, 2 if you want.
Okay. I want to continue the long-term project of getting the list of favors.
All right.
I still have 2 spots open to sort of get in contact and make contacts with kids and students and stuff. So I would like to spend some time hanging out after school and getting to sort of know the older kids at the school grounds.
Sounds great. Go ahead. What was the role you used last time?
Oh,
it's okay.
Good question.
We can use a different one. What?
Probably fluency because that's the highest one I have.
Okay. So in fluency, the skill. Is there? How's your convince?
Pretty good. About 2.
Okay. Let's go ahead and use convince.
Okie doke. Let's see. All right. I got a 4 and a 2.
All right. So 4 is going to work here. 4 means you get 2 segments, which I believe you have a 4 segment clock. So I believe that finishes that clock. Does it not?
Yes.
All right. So what you find, you had some success with Mary Beth Hesterhauser and the other one. And you managed to get a lot of the sort of romantic gossip, but you notice once you zeroed in on those older kids, the older kids are really where the actual landscape of gossip and contact making exist. So you managed to charm a freshman in high school, who was picking up their younger sibling. And this person's name is Stacy Walcott, Wolcott, Stacy Walcott. And Stacy Walcott has a lot to say about the Heritage Days, especially, and how the schools are gearing up for it. And she gestures that if you ever want the inside skinny on what the high school is doing, especially in regards to Heritage Days, that she's got you. So you have made, you can go ahead and put down that you have made that contact there. Does Stacy have a mom? Tori asks. Yes. She's got it going on. All right. So you got the long-term project you want to do too?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to start a training montage for recognition.
All right. Go ahead and take 1 XP on that track.
Okey-doke.
Yeah. So, are there any, I believe, I think Jess is the only one who took 2. Are there any other downtime actions you want to take, or do you want to just get going?
I also wanted to continue my, ingratiation? I don't know, initiation into the green.
The blue stripes.
The blue stripes.
The blue stripes. Yes. Okay.
That's so wrong.
I understand the green, though. It is the theme of the day. You know, happy St. Patrick's Day. So I am celebrating St. Patrick's Day with coffee.
I'm celebrating that patron saint of cats. It's
Yeah.
also her day, I guess.
Oh, well. Happy patron
Gertrude.
Happy St. Gertrude's Day. So yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's see. You rolled sneak last time. They're gonna want to see what you can do to get out of trouble. So, is there a skill that you think you can use to sort of talk your way out of trouble here?
Those are not my good stats. Oh, I did just put a new stat in convince.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll
No,
convince.
it wasn't convinced.
Yeah. Convince will work.
Okay. Ready. 2.
2. All right. You know, they look a little bit unimpressed, but they're like, well, that's serviceable, I suppose. I mean, we can talk to Slick Jenny about that, and maybe she can help you with that. So go ahead and fill in 1 segment on your long-term project.
Okay. Sounds fair.
Yeah. Anyone else want to do a second one? Talking to Ethan?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to also do a training montage for Streetwise.
All right. Mark down that 1 XP. Eye of the Tiger is playing in the background. It inspires you. Looks like we may have lost Talkendo. Hopefully Talkendo will come back. Hopefully. I would like that. Okay. Have lost internet back briefly. Okay. No problem. Internet woes for everyone. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, before I read the intro, and this is also me kind of stalling for time too, just to give Tokendo a little bit of a breathing room. Sycamore Lee, and actually all three of you, go ahead and roll me either convince, suck up, or assess. One of those 3, whichever one you want to use.
5 for assess.
5, okay.
Oh man. I got 1 or 2 for convince.
Okay, good to know. Sycamore, I think you're muted. There we go.
I got 1 for assess.
1 for assess. Okay.
That's not bode well, does it?
Okay. So
We had a stressful week.
yeah, you had a stressful week. A really, really stressful week. And you notice there are some adults who have been making some noises about you. Colt, you notice that Jonathan is trying to sort of run interference as best he can. And he tells you, like, okay, these are the adults who are going to care about blowing up the school. He is, by the way, he's not doing great right now. He has a broken leg. But he seems to be on the mend. He's just a little grouchier. And Jack and Dell take this information and try to reduce the amount of trouble that you all are in. And it doesn't go well, but it also doesn't go terribly. Now, Jimmy, if you could roll me either a suck up, a convince, or an assess, we may be able to save this. I think you're muted, or I don't hear you.
Jimmy, go.
There we go.
4.
4. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right. So you notice that there are a couple of school administrators who are making some noises because they're reviewing some reports of you all in the school, and the negotiations, you guys, you were trying to explain that you weren't there, and then, well, if you were there, then you were trying to help people out, not destroy the school. And then it comes to Jimmy, and they look at Jimmy and they say, "So, James."
Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy. I'm not surprised you're somehow involved here. What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Nothing. Really? No excuse? No, nothing.
You're not going to believe anything I say anyway.
Perhaps this isn't your style, Jimmy. If you're involved, which of course you're involved, this isn't you. Like, you don't do this.
I don't? Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't see any spray paint anywhere, do you? Don't answer
Not
that.
what's left.
All right. So, I'm going to let it slide for right now. But keep your noses clean, all right? Okay. And he walks away. So, congratulations. You all are not going to actually have to face a consequence later. So that is good. Good job.
Definitely prefer it that way.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. All right. So with everyone here, I'm going to go ahead and read the intro now that we've sorted out downtime. At least I think. Did I skip someone? Talkendo, did you need to take a second action?
I took 2.
Okay, you took 2? Okay. All right. The older man swished the key card through the reader, and the dull red light of rejection lit yet again. He cursed under his breath and tried again. The magnetic strip was wearing thin. The reader was damaged. A million explanations filtered through his mind. Again, though, nothing but the red light. He banged on the door. "Open up. I'm here to check on folks." Even the man didn't believe in the paltry authority he was able to summon. A man with a black suit and a purple tie emerged from a nearby control room. The door was all noise, swish clicks and groans as it slid open. "Can I help you with something, Sheriff?" Sheriff Walter Bradley glared at the man. More and more true believers down here than before. Too many company men. "Open this door, please. It's time for the wellness check on your prisoners." "Please, Sheriff Bradley. They're guests, not prisoners. They aren't being charged with anything and are free to leave at any time." The man's tone sounded like an answering machine message. "Ease your conscience on your own time, asshole. I'm here to make sure they have food and water and shelter." Sheriff Bradley's patience was already wearing thin. He hated this place, what it stood for, and how powerless he was to stop it. Everything here was just another reminder that he was exactly what Cheryl told him he was. Useless. "There's no need for that kind of language, Sheriff. I can assure you that our guests are receiving amenities far above and beyond what they are used to in their everyday lives." The man's eye slid ever so slightly to the left, like a melting oil painting. "Do not test me. I've seen too many of your goddamn tricks to be shocked." He reached for his gun but did not draw it. "Open the door now." A voice echoed from down the coldly lit hallway. "Mr. Bradley, do you intend to use that firearm?" "I'm sure you don't, given the volatile nature of the situation here." Her voice was like fingernails scraping the roof of his mouth. "I can assure you he's quite right. Our guests are well taken care of." Sheriff Bradley fixed his eyes on the impeccably dressed woman coming down the hall. "Give me one good reason to trust you, Martha. Preferably one that doesn't involve Constance Eden." His hand remained on his gun. Martha straightened her back a little. "Simple. I just checked the camera feeds for our guests, and they are currently being fed meals of their choice. 1 foie gras plate, 1 fried chicken with garlic mashed potatoes, and 1 cheeseburger with American cheese, medium rare with steak fries. Oh, and 1 gazpacho soup with pumpernickel bread loaf for our honored guest. I can direct you to the control booth if you would prefer." Walter's eyes narrowed. Wait, I wasn't updated on Containment 4. Who's in there? "No one in need of your services, Sheriff. I can assure you that she is more than capable of taking care of herself." He stared at her infuriatingly placid face. "Time to make a move. I'd like to speak to Victor, please. Connie, if I have to." "I'm afraid both of them are indisposed at the moment. You'll have to deal with little old me." The man with the purple tie edged closer to Sheriff Bradley. His face was a mess of oil paint and smeared features. "Sheriff Bradley, consider this a polite notice that you have been relieved of duty in this matter." Beneath the suit, something undulated. Walter Bradley glowered at the floor, said, "Fuck it then," and pulled out his gun. We join our players. We join our players as they are trying to navigate a normal school day. School had been, it's been about a week since your adventure with the deer thing. It's been mostly cleaned up, but people are still a little bit weirded out. The school day progresses as normal as it can until, as you're leaving school, the ever quite so insistent voice of Jonathan rings out from the office to Dell. Dell, can I see you in the office, please?
Do I have to?
I would really like it. It would make my life so much easier if you and the leadership committee could come into the office, please.
Okay, I look around and see what the others are thinking, if we should go or not. That seems
We're gonna
okay.
go.
And
We're
then
all gonna go.
all right, so sort of start following Jonathan into the office.
This stupid leg. All right. Okay. Okay. Excellent work, by the way. Last week you all did marvelous work, and I know I've already thanked you, but I want to thank you again. I am aggressively not a field person normally, but I am happy to have your cooperation and your support, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. Which is why I first am going to do exactly what my superiors told me not to, and hand you this. And he hands each of you an envelope. Inside the envelope is a crisp, new $20 bill, which in 1989 kid money is actually kind of a thing. We're not supposed to pay kids, but you saved my life, and I figure that's at least worth $80. So hopefully that'll be a good night at the arcade eventually. The other reason I'm dragging you in, I've been keeping an eye not just on you all, but also on some of the other kids. And there's this problem kid. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Crosby Parrish. Does the name ring a bell?
Yep.
Okay. What do you all think of him? The face was perfect.
Does things grown-ups don't like, and they call it getting in trouble. Like me.
Okay. Kindred spirit.
Yeah, he seems nice enough.
Okay. Nice enough. Colt, Jack, thoughts?
I don't think I know enough about him to have an opinion yet.
That's fine. Jack, your assessment.
Yeah, it seems a little big for his britches, but decent, I guess.
Okay. Would you consider Crosby Parrish dangerous?
We're like 12.
Yes.
Like we're kids. We're not dangerous.
On the contrary, I've met some extremely dangerous 10 and 9-year-olds. They'll chew your face off.
I think he means that literally.
Yeah, like I was thinking the same thing. I mean, is this a literal thing?
I can't comment on the matter.
Okay.
That's a definite yes.
Yeah.
What I can say is that I've noticed Crosby, ever since the incident with his mother, he's been sneaking out late at night, around 1 to 3 a.m., and he always has the same box, and he goes to the western fringes of the town, into the desert, I've tracked him. I've watched him. And the strange part is, I don't know how many boxes that he's burning, but every night he burns a new box. Now a kid in the, who's going through a traumatic space, who is vulnerable, going out every night at 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning, burning a box, kind of raises some flags for me. I'm very uneasy with this because I would feel better. To be honest, I would feel better if he were going out drinking. At least that makes sense. But a box every night for the past 2 weeks? This is getting weird. Would you all be willing to look into the matter? Got another $20. Or maybe
You really want us?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to deal with any more fires.
Well, that's completely fair. That's completely fair. So maybe I don't know. I hear this newfangled thing just came out and all the kids are talking about it. I think it's called a Nintendo. Something about a plumber. I'm not sure. But, I have a large stipend here for developmental expenses. What's $200? What do you think?
Developmental expenses? That's what we are?
You are far more than developmental expenses. The thing about the adult...
Jimmy, can I ask, Jimmy, is that the worst thing you've been called by an adult in this town?
Today, yes.
Fair enough. I can respect that.
You are not a mere line number for me. I deeply care and want you to thrive. However, for my superiors, they tend to think of things in terms of developmental expenses or field costs or other things. So, I'm saying the money's earmarked and I can spend it. And if by God, buying you all a Nintendo, whatever the hell that is, gets us information and keeps this town safe, I see this as an excellent trade-off.
I was in for $20, so sure.
Wait, is this like a Nintendo we have to split, or?
No, you would have your person. How much could they be? Like, what are they, like $200? That's expensive, but also the developmental budget is large. So, and I think that, and right then and there, the door opens and a teacher walks in. Oh, good, Jonathan. All right. I'm so glad you're still here. I have a bit of a situation. Oh, yeah? Yeah, look, Jennifer Schwartz managed to somehow break her desk. I'm not sure what she did to it. It seems to be a mangled mess, and I was wondering if you could help me carry some desks from the basement. Sure, Mrs. Tenenbaum. I can absolutely do that. Unfortunately, my leg's broken, and it's stairs are kind of hard. And she's like, "Oh my God, I forgot your you know what? Never mind. I'll just do anything. I'll go ahead and just take care of it. I'm so sorry to have bothered you. Kids, what do you guys, aren't you supposed to be out of school? Did they do something? No. They are the leadership committee. And yeah, they are actually, they're being really sweet dears. They are helping me around the office as part of an extracurricular career development. Isn't that right, kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Yep.
volunteered to help
Absolutely.
you carry your desks.
Yeah, they're gonna help me carry my desk. This is bright leadership, bright futures. Oh my God. That is so kind. I love that. And you got the new kid here. Oh my God, I love it. Way to get involved, buddy. And is just she then continues congratulating and then walks away out of the office, closing the door behind her. God.
We're not going to help her carry those desks.
I mean, yeah, if you'd like, she's a little much. So if you want to help her carry the desk, you can. But I'm just gonna kind of just sit here. He looks a little shaken. She freaks me out. She's so happy. I don't trust happy. Okay.
That is fair. I'm probably going to regret this, but we should probably help with the desks.
Okay. All right. We'll call that a group action. Whoever wants to help with the desks, go ahead and either roll me mess with, or let's say you can also make a case for another skill too, and we can play with it.
I'm going to use assess to reverse Tetris the best way to get the desks out of the basement.
That is an excellent plan. I love that. I love that.
What about
2 and a
finesse?
6.
Damn. All right. Finesse would also work. Gotta finesse those desks.
Finesse the desk.
Finesse the desk.
6.
6. Oh, all right. All right.
You're
And
really good at this.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
This is what we were born for. Not that.
Not investigating the supernatural. Move those desks. You all start a moving company at 12.
Simple, repeatable action. That's where it's at, my friends.
4 kids in a wagon.
4 kids in a wagon. 4 kids in a Fisher Price. Here we go. So, Jess, what'd you get?
6 for mess with.
Jesus. And Talkanda, what'd you get?
I got that 2 over there.
2. Okay. All right. So it's Talkanda, what was your skill that you used? Did you use finesse, assess, mess with?
Yeah, finesse.
Finesse. Okay. So it's a little bit like you get, unfortunately, as we have known together too well, Talkendo, sometimes you just get the really awkward grip when you're team carrying something. And that's what happened there. You got like a weird corner. The basement is usually pretty creepy. But as you're moving desks to and fro, and with Mrs. Tenenbaum just absolutely like she's practically falling over herself and applauding and being really, really like excitable about the fact that you are all helping her. You notice in the basement there's an old banner that's just hanging on the wall. It's not necessarily hidden or anything like that. And it shows a cherub with a horn, and the horn has a scroll standard, like a scroll motif, and the scroll says, to the angels go the glory. And there near the scroll is a small figure who is dressed in black, and it's kind of out of place.
Small figure, like human size figure, or like
It's like almost like a
figurine figure.
Yeah, it's more like a what Where's Waldo figure, like a very tiny person. And it just catches your eye. Something about it. Not sure. But if the rest of the desk moving goes well, she is thrilled by this new leadership committee, and she says, as you're finishing up, I think I'm going to tell my colleagues about this because you all could do such good to help out the school as much as possible. Like, you are all just wonderful citizens, and I cannot wait to see what you do. So,
Happy to help. We're very civic minded.
I can tell.
Does this mean we get to have a better reputation?
Yeah, actually, you all get +2 reputation just for doing that, actually.
Okay, once we're done, I'm going to ruin that by sneaking back into the basement to check out that figurine.
Like, immediately.
Once we're done, once she's no longer actively paying attention to us.
Okay, excellent. I don't know why. Like, I pictured, like, we're very civic minded, immediately breaks into basement.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wait. She
Leadership committee. I've got the right.
Yeah, you own that basement. So you wait until she goes. She drives off, and Colt. If anyone wants to go with Colt, go ahead. But Colt, you're sneaking into the basement. It's still unlocked. The janitor hasn't gotten to it yet, and you go over to the figurine, and it appears to be woven. Yeah, very, like, the strands are old, you know, that kind of old thread feeling where it's very bare and it's not very secure. But it seems to be woven into the scroll itself. And
Colt, that thing creeps me out.
What the heck is it made out of?
So far, it seems like we're supposed to point ourselves at the things that creep us out. I don't love it, but it's going to bug me.
So you pick it up. It feels a lot like. Oh wait, you don't pick it up.
Wish to be clear.
Yes.
Pick it up in a handkerchief, not with my skin.
Ah,
that's just a vibe that I have.
Yeah, that's a good vibe. So you pick it up with a handkerchief.
It's the 80s, and I wear a lot of denim, so surely I have a handkerchief.
No, you don't. You totally have the red sort of handkerchief that also doubles as a bandana. You know, with that pattern. You know what pattern I'm talking about.
Yep.
Exactly, Tolkien. Literally that pattern. So yeah, you grab it with a handkerchief, and the weight of it makes you feel like it feels like a pewter Civil War figurines. Like, that's kind of what it feels like. And then it makes that noise and everyone's scared. And you twist it around, and it seems to be not really painted. It's like an undercoat of black. There's no like fleshing out or detail work that kind of goes with it. But you notice that it seems to be a robed figure with a plague doctor mask. Huh. Weird.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea, but I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hand me a pencil, and then I'm going to try to knock the plague doctor mask off of the figure.
Okay. Cool.
It's a terrible idea.
Cool.
Shouldn't do this. I can't wait.
So this was attached to a banner?
It was attached to a banner. It was woven in.
Woven?
Like the stitch was, like an extra stitch was made, and it was like this little holster for it. It was very strange.
Really weird.
Yeah, super weird.
Huh. Yeah, let's knock off its mask.
You are...
I got a pencil. Here you go.
For no reason, Sycamore Lee, do you still have that one mask in reality?
No.
Okay.
The mask
okay.
is probably gone through the Lansing incinerator.
Okay, that's good. That's good. For no related reason. Okay. So so you take a pencil, and I'm actually gonna do a little fortune roll here. You all are very lucky. Cool. So you're chiseling away, and as you're chiseling away, you begin to see flecks of paint, and finally, the pencil manages to pry away the seam in the piece, and the mask falls, and what's left is a blank, sort of almost like a mannequin, sort of mannequin head, with the a very small sort of mark on it, like it's been chiseled with a tool, a very small like pick, and it is the letter M, as in
Where the face should be is a letter M.
yes, M as in mountain.
The letter M have any significance to all of you?
No.
No. Is it like a Roman numeral?
I mean, M can be a Roman numeral, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not sure quite yet. As you're pondering this, you hear the door open and the squeak of wheels, and the banging of a bucket being brought downstairs. Hello?
I hide behind the desk.
Okay. Anyone else hiding?
Hi.
Ah, okay. This area is off limits. What are y'all doing in here?
We were just cleaning up after helping move some desks, and I shoved the thing wrapped in my handkerchief in my pocket.
Oh, you're the kids that Tannenbaum was just glowing about, huh? The janitor comes into view.
He
You're
would
the
know better
leadership.
than we would how she felt, but hope so.
Right. Good. The Jack and Jimmy, you know this is Ted. This is Ted's been the janitor for a long time. And Ted is generally not gonna narc on you. He's just kind of a go along to get along guy. All right. Well, you gotta be careful down here. There's a lot of sharp, pointy bits, and I don't want any of you to get infected with tetanus. Tetanus is a serious disease. We should all take tetanus more seriously.
Jack nods solemnly and says,
Right. No
It's a
tetanus.
it's a horrible death.
It is a horrible death. One of many. So please, go on back upstairs. I'll go ahead and handle the cleaning from here. I appreciate you helping. Let's see. I know you're Jimmy. Which, good on you.
We've met.
Good on you. And you're Jack.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, that's what they call me.
And then you're hold on, I'm gonna get it. Del, yes. And you, I don't know. You're new.
I am new. My name is Colt. Colt Tucker. Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, and he shakes your hand. Oh, Colt. Yep. Works every time, right? You're a little young to get that reference. So it's all right. All right. Head on upstairs. I'll go ahead and take care of everything. Have yourself a great day, all right?
Hey, Ted, do you know what this angel banner is? What's it from?
He freezes a little bit. The smile gets a little too stiff. Yeah. It's starts kind of digging at his nail. Oh, it's from the old days. It's from the old days. And the school used to be a religious school, if you can believe it. It wasn't always a public school. It was our Church of the Living Faith. Yeah. We don't have many of those anymore, Church of the Living Faith. Hopefully. So, yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Yeah, no, that's not surprising. They went defunct. There was a big scandal about it about 20 years ago. And yeah, no, it's a lot of grown-up stuff. A lot of people just doing things they shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's been a minute since I saw that band. I really looked at it. They were real big into Angels. Yeah, Angels. That was their big thing. Yep. He continues to dig at his fingernail very, very intensely.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed afternoon. All right, are you all moving on?
Going up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, sort
As
of.
a clump of people, we very rapidly step over. Scooby-Doo style.
All right. As you're walking out, Jonathan looks back. He looks around. All right. So, can I count on you for Crosby?
What? Yeah, fine. We'll do that. What is this thing? And I show him the doll.
He looks at it. It looks like it's been chiseled off. Like there's damage around here.
I don't answer that.
Huh. Well, I mean, it looks to be like an old-timey robed figure. The M is an interesting thing. M. Wonder what that could mean.
Hold up the tiny plague doctor mask that I chiseled off.
Jonathan stares at it.
Yeah, I was worried you were going to do that.
Oh. May I see that, please, Colt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hand it over.
He looks at it closely. He looks at the figurine. Okay. And you found this where?
In the school.
Okay. Well, where in
What
the
do
school?
you know about the Church of the, what was it? Church of the
Living Faith.
Living Faith?
Church of the Living Faith. Well, I've encountered the name in my research in the town records. He gestures to you all into the office and closes the door and locks it, and hobbles over. We are not having this conversation in the hallway. So, right, Church of the Living Faith. Seems to be some kind of creepy religious cult. I mean, they were really common here in Colorado. People would come out west trying to find their destiny, and they think God led them there, and it usually was some sort of misguided dream that would usually get people killed. Only this time, it didn't get people killed, and, well, the Mormons didn't exactly quash it. So, what I can tell is that it's a church that's foundational to the town's history, but not a lot has been preserved beyond the name, its position in the history, and, well, to angels be the glory. So, and everyone seems very tight-lipped about it. I've tried to ask a few people, but it's almost like they can't tell me.
So not lost, but erased.
Yes, Jimmy. I think it's been erased. I'm not sure what to do about that. And if you find anything about the Church of the Living Faith, I can absolutely use that information. So,
Well, this thing looks like sort of like the thing that we encountered last week in the desert. That's not a desert.
Okay.
The walls.
Okay. He gets real interested. Yeah? Yeah? What did this desert look like? Exactly.
A desert.
Hard to
Thank you,
describe.
Colt.
It had what are the walls? They move around, or they? How would you guys describe it?
All right.
Windy.
Windy.
The walls move around. There's walls in the desert, you say. Okay.
Am I the only one who saw the walls? Am I just imagining walls? Did anyone else see walls?
You all saw walls too.
I mean, it's hard to remember sometimes, but I mean, maybe there were walls.
I guess.
Okay. He looks at the figurine, looks at you, looks at the figurine. Go seek out Crosby. I will pay you whatever you want, but go seek out
All right.
Crosby.
All right, you got real
You will
insistent
go seek
about
out
that.
Crosby, but you... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You'll seek out Crosby, but you know that money is not what we need. I'm not saying no to it, and I'm not going to refuse it. That's just bad manners, but you getting all weird about this and then telling us to go away?
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, I know. Okay. This is called fear. That's what this is called. It's an emotion people have, as you know. You felt it. And, right.
I appreciate that honesty.
Yeah. I'm very afraid right now. Because if this is what I think it is, it means that a factor... I'll put it this way. A factor that I thought was out of play is now in play, and that makes me very worried, which means we need to make sure that factor doesn't come into play, which means please find out what Crosby Parish is up to. Because if he is in any way connected to this, we need to stop that.
I think we know it's okay. Side note.
Yeah.
We know what's in that box, right? Like there were two boxes. One had the photograph and the other had the cards.
That's correct. The box has the cards.
Can I sort of subtly inquire with my group if we should tell Jonathan this?
Yeah, if y'all want to do a huddle, Jonathan will respect that huddle.
Yeah.
Respect the huddle.
Hashtag respect the huddle.
All right. Huddle up. We're in,
Okay.
I guess we're already in the huddle. Do we tell Jonathan about the cards?
What do you think will happen, though?
I don't know. Maybe he'd have some more information. Maybe we wouldn't be going in so, like, I don't know. I just feel like there are things that they know that they're not telling us.
Can I do a shiver roll right now to see how much I trust Jonathan?
Absolutely.
Two.
Okay. Great.
I too trust Jonathan.
I do trust Jonathan. I love it. it's really bothersome. Like you don't want to, but it's less like a conscious decision. Have you ever had it where your body is obviously telling you something and you kind of don't want to listen to it, but your body's saying it and you can't really like reconcile it, and so it's just sort of awkward and you go along with it and you're not happy about it, that kind of stuff, that feeling. It's that.
Yeah. So I am dubious as to whether we should trust him with this just yet.
Okay.
I mean, it's an adult. You know, I'm going to say no.
At worst, we can tell him later. Fingers crossed.
So, what about you?
I'm leaning towards not trust him. Can I roll shivers too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, I will do that then.
Does anyone else think it's weird that he only has his leg broken from being abducted by that terrible thing?
Come to
He
think
did
of it,
have-
that is weird.
I just got 3s.
Okay. 3. You know, the feeling you get, the intuition you get is that Jonathan is extremely over his head. Like it's big, I wasn't even supposed to be here today energy. He's very much trying to get the job done, but he does not have the tools. But you know that what he's trying to do seems to be in the best interests of kids. He's not very good at his job because this isn't technically his job. He's filling in for something.
Tell him about one of the boxes. Say that he was burning the photos, but not tell him about the cards. Wait, and the cards are just out of character. The cards are the like the cards, right?
They are from what you saw, they have the same border design, but not the same content.
Okay.
They were blank.
Ugh. All right, so Jack breaks out of the huddle, looks at Jonathan, kind of side-eyed, and says, well, we know what was in another one of Crosby's boxes, and it was the photo of the mom that we burned, his mom that we burned to free her.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, good. And thank you for telling me about that. He writes something quickly in a tiny little moleskin.
How trendy.
Oh, I try. Developmental
Oh,
budget.
I didn't say I didn't say that in character.
Okay. Right. So, will you do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, smash cut. To you all are kitted out and you're ready and waiting out. It's very, very late. I'm going to say y'all rolled well for that. You all managed to get very convincing arguments to stay out this late. The old stay at each other's houses trick is still working. So y'all got that. Colt, David is distracted. More distracted than normal. You notice that and you just kind of mentally file that and you're like, because he, instead of saying, hey, where are you going? He goes, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna clock that and not do anything with it right now. Just kind of
Correct.
tease out.
Yeah. And on your synchronized calculator watch, you have It is now 1:49 in the morning, and you see Crosby sneak out his window of the trailer. He looks around. He's wearing night blacks, just black sweatshirt, or not black sweatshirt, black t-shirt, black sweatpants, gloves, and he's holding a wooden box with some ornate details all over it. And then he begins to very quickly go towards the open desert near the foothills of Mount Rosemary. Sneak. So time for a group action. Who wants to lead the group action?
I will lead the sneak.
Lead the sneak. Gotta lead the sneak. Okay, so let's go ahead. If you don't have sneak, go ahead and roll what you feel to be a relevant skill, and that'll add to the successful sneak. Go ahead and do so. Yeah.
I want to use track to keep track.
Yeah.
And I want to use my reconnaissance special ability to get +1 effect.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Buffing that sneak. So
4, but +1 effect. So.
Okay. So that's actually, 4 to 5. So that's actually an unqualified success.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Julie, or Sycamore Lee, what do you got for me?
5 sneak.
5 sneak. Good. Jimmy, what skill did you roll?
I rolled sneak.
Oh no.
We'll get to that. Del?
I rolled well, but I did get a 6.
Okay, so you rolled a sneak as well. Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right, so we have the 2 sneakers in the back. We have Colt going all tracker, very much being able to guide you very deftly to where Crosby is going, even when you lose sight of him. Now, the big question is whether Jimmy is usually pretty good at sneaking. So the error here is less a matter of any incompetence. It's more just a matter of bad luck. What happened as you decided to take a flanking position a little bit away just to make sure that you could get a better vantage point. And as you did so, you came across a coyote. Just an entire coyote. And it immediately just freaks out and does the "Arr!" kind of thing and then runs away. And you're like, oh, okay. So now we're going to figure out if Crosby heard that. Okay, cool. You continue on your merry way. And as you approach the foothills, you begin to see a fire pit. And before you go to the fire pit, do any of you have a game plan that you want to do, or do you just want to walk up and confront him, whichever one works for you?
Can we huddle up?
You can absolutely huddle up. You can always. I am team #team huddle.
I
don't want to watch him.
You just kind of want
first.
to. Okay.
Right? Just see what he's up to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's not very forthcoming. Okay. Jack would not use the word forthcoming. That's the gist.
Yeah, no, he's clammed up harder than a clam. A clam thing. Okay, so you all are gonna observe him.
Sure.
Okay. You see, Crosby. He starts the fire. He's pretty good at starting a fire. and he throws the box in after smashing it. And he makes sure to take any stray cards. They just kind of look like bits of paper, and he just throws them in. And he sits down in this kind of like, that's not necessarily the Gendo Ikari special, but it's not this, but it's very much like, resignation. Like he's getting really tired of this. After a couple more minutes, he looks up, puts his finger to the wind, and then cries out, "If you're really that curious, you can just talk to me."
Damn it.
How'd he know? We were so sneaky.
That damn Yodi.
I mean,
I also rolled like 2 6s.
we're supposed to be camp kids.
Cross, the Yodi.
Yeah, it was me.
It's okay.
Look, you never give a straight answer to any question, so why would we even bother?
Jimmy, who's your friends?
The mice that I got in my pocket.
Well, I don't recommend carrying mice. It's unhygienic. But okay, why don't y'all come over here? It's gonna get cold. It is a little cold.
I walk over to the fire.
Like campfire.
Follow behind.
Yeah, all right.
Hi. How's it going? Fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah. So why are you following me?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Look, somebody's out in the desert starting a fire.
Yeah.
A kid is in the desert starting a fire.
Yeah.
I've seen this. I'm gonna find out what you're doing.
I'm burning up.
Fire safety.
Crosby looks at you. You do have a point. This is dry country. Starting fires in dry country is not usually advised. I was a scout once, but you're right. I should take more precaution. What I'm doing here is burning a box. I'm burning the same box. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Box from under your bed.
The box from under my bed. I keep burning it.
So it survives the
burning
fire?
it.
Or it comes back every day?
It comes back every day. Every single day. I've been trying to burn this thing for the last 2.5 weeks. You can see, and he points. The identical, there's at least 15, 17 boxes worth of just wood and ash. That, the box he's burning now would not generate that much. It keeps coming back under my bed. I burn it.
You're sure it's the same box?
Yes, because it has the same contents.
Okay.
Because the contents are what I'm trying to get rid of. I've tried it without the box. I just went, okay, maybe the box is the thing. And then I threw the cards in the fire. And next day, they're just back in there.
When does it come back? When you go back home, will it already be there again?
It's usually when I wake up. I'm not sure what to do at this point. I've tried talking to Charlie about it, but she doesn't want to touch the box. And Gwyn just yells at me. And Kelso threatens to get his mom involved. And that's the very last thing I want.
Have you ever tried just not going to bed?
Not sleeping.
Never sleep again.
Well, I've tried that in the past. It doesn't usually go well for me.
No, you can usually only manage that for about 3 or 4 days.
I did 5 days once, and that never again.
Did the box stay away that 5 days, though?
That was before I had the box problem.
Box problem?
I'm open
You
to.
tried anything other than fire?
Uh,
Or tried goosing the fire somehow?
yeah, that's good. So I've tried burying.
Fires.
I've tried burying it. That was actually my first thing. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna bury it, and it came back. I'm like, okay, burying doesn't work. I've tried. Well, I mean, I've tried cutting it in half. I've tried running it over with my mom's car. I've tried. You know what I haven't tried?
Kool-Aid?
No, I haven't tried Kool-Aid, but I also haven't tried giving it to somebody. I wonder if that would do it. I mean, this feels like a curse. Usually with curses, if you can't dispel it, you just have to give it to somebody else. Like a cold.
What about propane?
Propane? What about
Yeah.
propane, like propane accessories?
No, like we know how to start some really serious fires safely, of course.
So I hear.
So, what if we tried burning it?
Be my guest.
I'd rather burn out the cold than pass it around.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And if not that, maybe we could try drowning it.
Huh. That's an interesting idea. I didn't try. I always forget about that place. The island.
Place?
Yeah, the island. Y'all ever been? No?
I can't remember ever going, but to be fair, that doesn't mean much.
Oh.
Waiting for Dell.
Well, I haven't been there.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah.
At least I don't think so.
No. You'd know if you went there. Okay. Tell you what. We might try drowning. Because that feels like I'm having the same feeling that when I'm talking to Mary, and I'm just she's filling my head with stuff, and I'm just all of a sudden real jazzed about everything, so everything's real whiz bang. Yeah. I think you're onto something there.
Different conversations with Mary than I do.
You okay, so you all do know Mary.
What does Mary have to do with the island?
You see him kind of get awkward. Nothing.
Start acting like a grown-up.
Yeah, okay, fine. Mary knows how to get to the island in ways that make sure you're safe. The Oxbow isn't a safe place. That lake has some anger issues. But the island, it's a different place. And
Does the Oxbow feel abandoned?
it's used to. It's inhabited now. And you gotta
I just mean like by the river.
The river and the Oxbow are having a fight, or at least so Mary tells me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They are not seeing eye to eye. They are seeing even less these days. But the thing about the island is that, and when he says this, a car in the distance suddenly roars into view. You see headlights, bright headlights. They're not pointed towards you, but it is loud. That is a loud engine, at least like some kind of V8 nonsense. And there's just vegetable juice everywhere. And so where you see this car screaming, it screams into view, and it parks about 100 feet away. And out of this, it kind of looks a little bit like a Lincoln town car. Out of this comes the vice principal. And he looks pissed. But he is not looking your way at all. He is swearing, practically screaming. And he immediately goes over to this kind of barrel cactus, and he slams his hand on the ground and then pulls up to reveal trap doors in front of this cactus, and then rushes inside and slams the door.
Well, that's new.
What the fuck? He was supposed to be out of town. What the fuck do you mean there's something in the desert? Okay. All right, new plan. I'm going in there. I need to find out what's in there. If you all want to join me, you can. If you don't worry about it. But I'm going in there one way or the other.
Why?
I have been doing this for a long time. There is something wrong with this town. I have been trying to figure it out. I have a lot of the pieces. I don't have all of them, but I have a lot of them. But one thing that I've never found out is where the hell they go when they sleep. They all pretend to sleep. The members of the committee, you see. They all stuff their beds with pillows 3 nights of the week. And yeah, so what? I've been outside there with binoculars looking at them sleep. Judge me for it. They try to kill my friends. They try to kill me. And I'm here. I want to know what they're doing. And I've never seen Victor fucking Lewis drive all the way out here. That is new. So yeah, I'm going. Because maybe if I got a shot of figuring out what the hell is wrong with this town, then maybe I can stop it.
Where did the cards come from? Are they part of this?
The cards are a mistake. Look, okay. I can't give you the full explanation because I don't know how much time before like that thing locks again or whatever. But I'll tell you this. You've met my mom. My mom isn't the best mom you could have. And so I dreamt, I had a dream. And when I woke up after that dream, I had those cards, at least some of them. I don't think that's all of them. They're weird. You start with 3, and the next day you have 5, and the next day you have 7, and then the next day you have 2. They fluctuate. And they seem to change things. And that's why I wanted them. That's why I used them. But you can't prepare for a thing like that. You can't. Because they don't change your future.
What did they change?
What do you regret?
I don't know. Some stuff, I guess.
Yeah. It finds what you regret. And changes it. There's always a price. And my price was steeper than most. And I've been trying to make up for that mistake for a long time. But I can't. I can't bring anything that I lost back. And so I'm trying to get rid of them.
Well, if we're going, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right.
Jack could just chat in the desert all night.
Desert Side Chat with Jack Frey.
Yeah, I mean, we could just stop to chill. We had a real good time moving desks earlier. We could do that instead. It was fun.
Desert Side Chat and Moving Company. All right, so you all go up to that barrel cactus, and once you sort of test a little bit, you like tap your foot and you hear a hollow metal sound. After some considerable effort, because the doors are heavy, you all manage to get the doors open. In front of the barrel cactus is stairs. There's stairs. There's old wooden stairs leading to somewhere lit down this sort of like, it almost feels like a root cellar, but it is definitely feels bigger than a root cellar.
This doesn't look new.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, what I'm going to say, as much as I want to confront them, we should be quick and quiet. What do you think?
If
I
you
like
don't want to
quick and
confront them,
quiet.
what do you want to do?
Information. I need all of the information that I can find.
How are we supposed to sneak up when there's like one entrance?
Well, there are ways. And Crosby, yeah, no, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Yep. Okay. Let's see how. Crosby goes, okay, close your eyes, everyone. And you hear him speak a very odd language, an extremely odd language. Like, what if Klingon and Greek had a baby? And he then presses gently on each of your foreheads. And he says, open your eyes. You all open your eyes, and you see that you can see through your arm, your hand. It only lasts for about 3 hours.
How
That's
did you
a handy
do
trick.
that?
Oh,
Colt, you feel
try to smack.
you feel real bad right now. You do not like this. You're like, nope.
I don't. I'm not a fan of this. I have to unpack a lot later.
Where did I learn this? Same places that the adults learned it. I'll just leave it at that.
Just keeps leaving things at that. But yes, this is good for sneaking, and I want to know how to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of us and our allies are going to sit down and have a talk about talking. And not just saying the most ominous shit you can imagine and then starting a new topic.
I love
That's
that.
for later. I guess we're on a time limit right now, but we're going to have that talk.
Don't worry, Colt. We will. Okay, let's go. So, go ahead and roll me one more group sneak action. You cannot get an effect level above. So re-roll anything from 1 to 3 until you get a 4 through 6.
Okay.
That is what this thing does.
Okay.
On both dice or just
Yeah.
the higher one?
Whichever die result that gives you a 1 or 3, just re-roll that die.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy. I see you rolled very well.
Yeah, we're inside. No coyotes.
No yeah, that's right. No coyotes. Don't have to worry about. Ethan.
I got a 6.
Excellent.
6.
Excellent.
I am not exactly sure. I was sort of not paying attention, but I got a 1 and a 5 with the dice I rolled.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll that 1.
Okay, I got a 5.
Okay. You all, the way it feels is that you can feel the wind, the air move literally through you. You feel like you're part of the air that is going through. And that actually allows you to move a little faster because it's almost like riding a skateboard or going down a slide or swimming. You head down the hall. The root cellar begins to give way to architecture, to metal, to concrete, and finally, there's a door. It looks like you've probably seen, you all have probably seen this on like Mission Impossible or Star Trek, where it's like an airlock door, like a pressurized door. And you see that the door, it's not ajar, but it's definitely like there's a pneumatic sound. Like it's failing to close. And
That's not good.
Beyond the door, you see a little bit of red liquid on the floor. Just
Kool-Aid?
kind of dripping. It seems very viscous. Too viscous to be Kool-Aid, unless you put way too much sugar in it.
That looks like blood.
Crosby goes, yeah, I think that's blood. I think we can fit through though. I'll go first. Crosby then fits his way through. And then he looks up. Oh. Looks like we're not the first ones here.
I follow through the door.
Look at what he's looking at.
Uh-huh.
You all file in.
What is-
And the architecture gives way to something that looks like a secret lab from a science fiction show. And basically, thank you for the heads up, Skilly. Basically, as you look up, you see what looks like a man with a purple tie dangling, suspended in midair on the ceiling. His face is gone. like gone.
Like there's just bone?
Yeah. Like someone used a high caliber weapon.
Oh, not like the 9 and 10-year-olds were there?
Yeah. Yeah. the 9-year-old got him.
That's what Jack is thinking about right now. That's the most likely hypothesis. Is the purple of the being that we encountered the last time we were in that weird desert?
It is a similar purple, yes. Crosby looks, I don't know who could have done this. We got to be careful. That's a committee member.
Ooh.
Looks like just from build and hair. Yeah, that's Kevin. Yeah, that's Kevin Borsick. Kevin Borsick is the assistant to the mayor.
Well, whatever we're doing, we should do it quickly.
Yeah, let's keep moving. You, as you go down the corridors, it becomes even more disorienting. Secret lab gives way to office space. You know you're underground. You know this. And yet the office space has broad bay windows overlooking, well, it's hard to tell. Sometimes it looks like Seattle. And sometimes it looks like an immense labyrinth. And sometimes it looks like stars and nebula. And sometimes it looks like nothing.
Hey, Colt, no reason. Are you still mapping the tunnels out of the hideout?
Yeah, Hundo P.
You ever seen anything like this?
That's a great question. Have I ever seen anything like this?
You haven't seen something like this, but
I haven't seen something like this.
But you know that there's a particular feeling that comes with this kind of thing, like someone jabbing a small needle into the back of your neck. And it feels like that.
I haven't seen anything like this, but it's giving me, I don't know how to describe it other than a very unique migraine that I have only had while dealing with those tunnels. So there's some things connected here.
You make your way through the office. It's mostly depopulated. The bloodstains have stopped. There's no more blood. It's just office. And then there's one, we're back to the lab now. There's a sort of control booth with no one at it. And then after that.
Writing around?
Writing? Like signage?
Like paperwork, signage.
Yeah.
There's an office. Is there like in and out trays? I want to see.
Yeah.
Is it English? Is it hieroglyphics? What is going on?
Good. There are, most of it's in English. Most of it. You see the signage is pretty innocuous. It's the office space was labeled the Atrium Offices Limited. The ins and outs, the paperwork that you find seem to be tracking expenses. But the weird part about all the expenses is that when you're looking at the numbers and what they're paying for, it seems to be paying for things like moments. There's one line item in an itinerary report that you find that says Joy Model 2B4. And then the one below that is Sorrow Model.
They're like super broad descriptions, not like specific things that I could.
Yeah, they're very broad. They're very broad descriptions. But I think actually, let me roll you a fortune thing. Okay. You know what? Sure. Colt, you have the bright idea to go check the office manager's idea, our sort of little office thing. And the office manager is named Renee Price. And you go into Renee's office and you see a dossier and you open it. And what you find is it says on big bold letters, crop report. And underneath the crop report are the school pictures for the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Good.
I'm going to pull everybody in here to make sure they take a look at that. And I'm going to ask Crosby if Renee Price is a name that he knows.
Renee? Yeah, I know Renee. She's one of the Chamber of Commerce secretaries, I think.
Yeah, apparently she's middle management here.
What did you find?
She's hold up the pictures. Crops.
Okay.
That's what the principal said.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Is my picture among them? Because I'm a newcomer. And what grade do they have me listed as?
It takes some flipping. You don't find it in this dossier. However, you look on. There's a Post-it note on the monitor, on the old CRT monitor, and it has your name, and it says that you are in 7th grade, and then it says contamination, and then the Roman numeral 10X.
Oh.
Does that mean something to you? You good, Colt?
What was that?
Does that mean something to you?
Like the beginning of remembering a dream. I don't know.
Next time you get on me for saying ominous shit.
Yeah, but dude, you remember things, okay? Cut Colt a little slack.
Yeah.
What are we here for?
Yeah.
Crosby, what you got to understand is I've only got about 2-3 weeks worth of memories.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I would give you more if I could.
We'll talk.
Del, you caught up with us.
Del, good. All right.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just glad you're safe. We found
Props again.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack shows you the dossier that says crop report, and it's just school pictures, and there's adjectives that are attached to each picture. The picture, like under someone named under someone named Kelso Alzuhar, it says likely refuse, harvest needed, request permission. You're pretty sure that you're in this.
Man.
Hmm?
What does it say under like everybody's picture then besides?
Yeah.
What does it say under our pictures?
So, Jack, what it says is likely refuse, troublesome, suspect SM, And likely harvest 2, 4, 5, 9.
They don't even have my name right.
Jimmy, under your
That's
picture.
what you're worried about?
I hate being called Jacqueline.
Yes, that's fair.
Jimmy, you see definite refuse. It says already intrusive, countermeasures in place, request permission, likely harvest. And then it just says V question mark? VII question mark? Handwritten. Dell. It says likely refuse. And then after that, it says definite contact made. And then it says interloper protocol beta 4 initiate. So yeah, that's what it says under all your names. And Crosby looks at his. And you notice that it just... Actually, you know what? Crosby's going to try and be a little slick about it. Anyone who wants to try and see, go ahead and roll me an assess of some kind.
I would like to see
Yep.
with my eagle eyes.
With your elf eyes.
The 5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. So,
5.
got 6, 5, 5. Del, what'd you get?
I got just a 1.
It's okay. All right. So he tries to be slick, but this is also Crosby Parish we're talking about. And, well, you know, he's kind of incompetent. And so you see, under Crosby's picture, it just says locus terminus point identified. Protect at all costs. And then Crosby quickly closes the dossier. All right, we should keep moving.
What are we looking for?
We are looking. Look, we'll take the dossier. Maybe we can link it to the press. Maybe we can tell somebody. I don't know. What we're looking for, though. Hold on. He kind of flutters his eyelids a bit.
Can I take the dossier while he's fluttering?
Yeah, you can take it.
All right.
I want to say we are looking for a way to dispose. Yes. We can find the way to dispose. We can find something more than us. There are 4 secrets here. Good. Yes. Containment units. That is what we're looking for. You coming?
Crosby, you got to be real straight with me right now. Are you the only one in there?
I don't know. And I wish I did.
Okay.
But I don't know if... I do know if there is someone else in here. I think it's me, but I don't think it's me. I think it's... I don't know. I don't want to think about it too hard. We gotta go.
Why do they want to protect you?
What?
No.
I don't know. I'm special to them. I don't know why they're targeting me and not Charlie. Charlie can do all of the really crazy stuff. I just do my homework. I don't know what makes me so special. I'm not special. I just want a normal life, you know?
I know.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. So you rush through the office and you go through a couple more rooms that are again depopulated. But as you're going forward through the sort of depopulated rooms, you begin to hear a low murmur, I think is probably the best way to put it. Like a crowd milling about and not really sure where it's coming from. It's a little vague. At one point, one of the rooms that you come into actually is in fact a forest. Like there's an entire forest underground. It seems to be mostly harmless. There doesn't seem to be any fauna there, like no fauna. But it's very much like a otherwise it kind of looks like a Olympic national forest in Washington. And then you pass through there and instantly you're in what looks to be the lobby of a low church. You can see a cherub or two adorning the archway.
Oh.
And as you're staring at that, you begin to hear not exactly a song. That would imply a tonality that just doesn't exist. It's very much, well, sounds a little bit like that. Oh, there we go. And walking through, you notice that there are at least 50 people in the pew area, in the main chapel area. There is a banner that says, "To the angels go the glory." The people, that noise, the sort of weird atonal metal noise, is coming out of their mouths as they sort of reach for the sky. And then you notice someone take the stage. You have about maybe like 2 minutes before you're spotted. Crosby immediately flattens behind the pews. What do you all want to do?
Yeah, I'm following his lead.
Yeah, do the same.
Yeah.
Hide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hide.
It's been 3 hours.
It has, though it's not hours, it's instead time. The progress clock is tracking the sort of thing in the background that's happening.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you all hide, and I'll go ahead, I won't make you roll for that. You're able to hide successfully thanks to the spell that Crosby cast. Out comes an extremely, just incredibly confident, almost predatory woman dressed in a robe. And she is absolutely just looking triumphant. She steps to the front of the stage and she goes, "My brothers and sisters in divinity, I am no longer erroneous. I have been shown the way." And they all chant back, "Yes, yes, yes." You all have witnessed my correction in accordance with the divine angels that have blessed this town for centuries. I know our victory shall continue. I know that Constance Eden is now corrected. I am now corrected. And they all chant her name back. Constance Eden. Constance Eden. And then she goes to say something. And you hear a loud bang. Storming onto the stage, screaming, "Heretic!" is Victor Lewis, your vice principal.
Oh, look at him go.
You.
I don't say that.
That would be really funny, though. Just total stealth. Oh, look at him go. I love it. I love it. Victor storms across the stage. "How dare you? You think you can pull one over on them? Not me. Not me. Brother Lewis, is there a problem that you are interrupting the service for?" "Yes, there is a problem. You were not cleared for release. You. I don't know who you convinced. I don't know how you did it. But we weren't done. You are going back into Containment 4. No. No, I don't think I will. You see, the angel's will had revealed itself to me. I am above you. I have seen things you could only dream of, Victor. And you think you can stop me?" And Victor just laughs, shakes his head. "No, actually, I don't think I can stop you. But I know he can." At that moment, an alarm starts absolutely wailing. And filing in is Sheriff Bradley. And then it's a blur. What happens next is a little bit hard to parse. First, Sheriff Bradley storms in with gun trained on Constance Eden. And then something else follows him. A blurry shape. Something moving so quick, it's hard to figure out where it's going. And this shape, when it does stop, it says, "Hide in the office." It screams it, in fact. And that "hide in the office," Colt, go ahead and roll me just an assess.
5.
Yeah, you know that voice. The lights go dark. Nothing but the red pulsating alarm lights are now working. The sheriff advances on Constance. Crosby goes, okay, what do we do?
We go hide in the office.
Did we
Okay.
all hear hide in the office or just Colt?
You all heard hide in the office, but Colt is pretty sure who that voice is.
I
All right, so you're hiding?
Ethan,
Okay.
the player, is unclear. Do I trust this voice?
You trust this voice, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Assertively, then we go hide in the office.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Crosby ducks into the nearest office, which is not the same office space that you emerged through the forest through. You manage to find, let's see which office you find, actually. You manage to find the office of one Martha Edwards. And the Sheriff Bradley then closes the door. And as you are in the office, you hear noises. You hear screaming. You hear unnatural sort of guttural howls. You hear things that you really wish you didn't hear. So go ahead and everyone take 2 stress for me, because that's stressful. Here in Martha Edwards' office, you see that it is tight. While it is tidy, it is very organized and easy to follow. The files and folders and paperwork here. It is dark, but there is at least a battery-operated desk lamp that is still activated.
Jack is going to try to manage the stress of this moment and the terrible sounds by pilfering through as much material as possible.
Excellent. All right, go ahead. What do you want to roll for that? I can hear any justification you like.
I think finesse.
All right, let's go finesse.
4.
Okay. So you are trying hard to control the panic here, and you're rifling through papers. You're letting your fingers do the walking, as it were. And you're like, okay. And you start you don't look at the dossiers yet. You just start pulling out names. So here's, from what you know, here's a dossier on Smile and Mary. Great. Here's Martha Edwards, Constance Eden. Here's one on Jimmy. Okay, great. Here's one on, well, that's interesting. Dell's name is here. Okay, cool. And you're just flying through. And this is going to be an info dump that's going to be off stream, by the way, which is to say what the actual dossier stuff, because it's going to take too long. And you're just going. It's like almost like a short circuit, Johnny 5 input kind of deal.
Pull him out, put him in the bag, put him just like into the backpack,
Right. Exactly. What do the rest of you do?
I'm looking for a safe.
Looking for a safe. Excellent. Go ahead and roll that for me.
That should be assess, right? Yeah.
Yeah, assess. I hear assess, and I respect assess.
Okay. Can't get the dice to come up, so
Yeah, it looks like your camera's frozen there. Oh, there we go.
I got a lovely pair of 6s.
Oh my, you critted?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. Let's fucking go. Jimmy, you see exactly what Jack's pulling. And you're like, "Oh, bet." So you immediately, like, your senses sharpen and you go, "Okay, all right. If I were Martha, that horrible, horrible Martha, where would I keep things?" And you're like, "In the most obvious place possible," because Martha has no creativity. And so you feel under the desk, under the keyboard, and you feel a latch. And then you flip the switch and a painting swivels around. And like, you're like, this is corny Mission Impossible shit. God damn it, Martha.
Of course it would be that painting.
And you go and it is a large safe. And you're like, okay, what's the combo? And you're like, no, this is Martha. And you look on the back of the painting. And there's the damn combination. You're like, yeah, Martha. Okay. Get the 28 right, 15 left, 42 right. Click. Cool. Get it open. There is an incredible amount of money in here. An incredible amount of money.
That's going in the backpack.
From the quick mental like assessment, you're like, that's $5,000. There is also a series of files. They are in black manila folders. These black manila folders contain, it says at the top, rejoinder of viscera. And finally, there is a small jewelry box. And opening the box, you see a ring. And it looks to be a wedding ring. But instead of a diamond, it has some kind of small glass sphere. And inside there is this gray liquid constantly trying to get out. The inside of the ring says, "To Henry, my love, your sacrifice was beautiful."
Into the backpack.
Best possible reaction. Okay. So, Ethan, what are you doing?
Great question. I think just fully disassociating.
Just fully like the dissociation train choo choo. Here we go.
I think the voice that I know and trust has dislodged me, and the sound of whatever's going on out there has exacerbated that. And there's a lot going on, and I'm checked out.
So what you while you're checked out, as I drop my dice on the floor, oh, it's gone forever. Okay, that's fine.
The dice gremlins.
Yeah, it belongs to the dice gremlins now. They can have it. as you're sort of dissociating, your eyes sort of glaze over, and you feel like there's something behind your shoulder. You know there's not, but it feels like it. And what you hear is an old woman's voice. And she says, there are ways to heal the scars you have, youngster. You just got to make it a little bit farther. And good old Mary will show you the way. You feel a sense of calm? Not too calm. The dissociation's still there. It's not like, oh, all better. No. But like, you feel less like you're going to vomit your duodenum out your mouth. Because that's never pleasant. Small steps. Yeah, baby steps. Dell, what are you doing?
Probably just freaking out. I'm having a panic attack a little bit, but
Okay.
just know that I have to sort of sit by the door and like staring at it and listening as best I can.
Okay.
And I can't sort of tear my gaze away from it.
Go ahead and roll me an assess too. Go ahead and I want to see what you might hear.
Okay. Sorry, I have to pull up the dice again.
No problem.
All right, I got a 5.
Okay. You hear screaming, but eventually the screaming begins to stop as you hear more footsteps, obvious footsteps running away. And then you hear 2 distinct voices. The first voice says,
Constance, give it up. Victor and I are just here to initiate the correction. That's it. What makes you think that I need a correction? You know as well as I do, this crop is rotten. Constance, we talked about this. The harvest stops. We're not going to do this anymore. Constance, listen to me. You are compromised. You are going against the will of the supply. Do not speak to me, you foul little child, about the will of the suppliers. You know nothing of their angelic logic. You know nothing about their theorems. All you know is how to hurt, and I'm the one that trained you. In this case, Constance, the student, has surpassed the teacher.
and then you hear gunshots. Many of them.
That's my cue to leave.
At that point, Crosby goes, okay, we gotta go. This place, I think this place is not long for this world. We gotta go. And so,
I agree.
yeah, let's find out how that goes. Roll me one more group action. The skill of your choice to escape.
Sneaky sneak.
I'm going to roll assess. Oops, get the dice back on. There we go.
All right,
6.
6. Excellent.
6 for sneaks.
Okay.
The sudden burst of action pulls me out of it, and I get a 6.
Nice. Which skill?
Assess.
Assess. Awesome. So 2 assesses, 1 sneak. Del?
I went for sneak, but I only got a 1.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So, so there's this coyote, right?
That checks out.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
It's an office coyote.
We didn't close the door behind us, or
Mhm.
I don't know. They left. Victor left the door open when he came down, and the coyote or whatever.
Right.
Whoever it was.
So Colt, and Jimmy, both of you are like, okay, you're on lookout. You are able to anticipate a lot of the threats, like people running in robes, panicking. You're able to keep people and movement managed so that way you don't run into any of them as you're escaping. You also make sure to help people's footing, and if they look like they're in danger of tripping while they're running and sneaking at the same time, you're there to save them. So you manage to prevent a lot of calamity that otherwise might happen. Jack, you are with Crosby in the front, going about basically not necessarily like a full tilt run, but you all are definitely hustle sneaking. And this is, both of you are absolutely graceful at it. As you're reaching because the looting the office did take a little bit of time. As you're reaching the office space again, the Atrium Limited, you begin, it's not that you're no longer transparent, but you can start to see the tips of your fingers are a little bit more solid. And then Dell, you're in the office. You've been following along just fine. And as you're going through, you didn't end up spotting the corpse that was somehow compacted partially under a desk. Like there's legs sticking out, but the rest of it is kind of like a garbage cube under a desk. And you trip a little bit. You don't fall over or anything. It's just a little stumble. You regain your footing, but then you look at it and you're going to take 2 more stress, because what the entire fuck? And then...
So I tripped over a meat cube?
You tripped over a meat cube and got
With
stressed
legs.
and with legs and got stressed out about it.
Like a popsicle.
That would be stressful.
Don't trip over meat cubes, kids. So you're going through, you're running out. And then as you're at the airlock again, Crosby looks back and is trying to shoo you all out. And then suddenly you hear this rush of wind. And you see this black shape that eventually it's vibrating and then eventually comes to a rest. And it's, well, Jimmy, Dell, and Jack. It's a kind of government issue white guy in a black hoodie and black sweatpants and Reeboks. And he seems to be leaking some kind of substance from his eyes. And he's like, terribly sorry for any inconvenience, but needed to interrupt that. There is no time. We didn't get it, but have to make contact with Jonathan. Colt, I only have one thing to say. Go home. What do you want on your tombstone? $3.50 for an hour. I got the pepperoni. Okay. And then he starts to vibrate and then zooms off.
That your guardian? Dad?
All of the above?
And that's the end of the session. So, excellently done.
What do you want on your tombstone?
Yeah.
I had to. I had like it was everywhere in 1989. If there are any final actions, it seems like we did we lose? Oh, the computer locked up before the agent spoke for Talkendo. No. All right. Well, I'll catch Talkendo up. But yeah. So no card this time, but you all have a wealth of information now that I'm going to highly suggest. There we go. Talkendo's back. Yay. So you all have a wealth of information. You all have so many files, some really ominous shit, a wedding ring. You saw this underground compound where there's a church that is super creepy. You saw Constance Eden and people openly rebelling against her and all of that. And so what I'm going to recommend is that as storyteller, to make my life easier, you all share this with everyone within the groups, which is to say the Saturday group is going to also get this information too. Because congratulations, you have just enabled the very story event that has allowed the redaction to be lifted. So, yep, the redaction will be lifted on Saturday's session, and after that, all of you will know what that section is, as well as a lot more about the conspiracy of the town. And I'm going to say you all share it with everyone who's in the HQ at Mary's Contradiction. I think that's the reasonable thing to do. All right. So, any questions, comments, final actions, final words?
I've got to stash this money.
Yeah, you do. You really, really do. Because that's 5,000. You've come into contact with $5,000 in 1989 money. And that is an incredible amount of money in 1989 money. That is a down payment to a damn house.
Infinite money.
Yeah, that's my homework. Figure out what I did with the money.
Yeah, because oh boy. And the committee will definitely remember that, we're missing $5,000 from Martha lost $5,000. Yeah. So good. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. I hope y'all have a lovely evening. Thank you to Ethan. Thank you to Sycamore Lee. Thank you to Jess. Thank you to Talkendo. Thank you to everyone in the audience. Thank you to Ange and Chungus and Karita and wait, Ethan, are you Hedgehog with a pen? I bet you are. Thank you to Skillsy. Thank you to Tori. Thank you to Rube. Thank you to everybody. Y'all are wonderful. And you know, the blessing will never change. May the hours never find your regrets. And I shall see you on the other side. Take care.